folks, just before the video I wanted to pop on very quickly just to say that for the 1000 subscriber special I'll be doing a Q&A, so if you want your chance to have a question answered or multiple questions answered, if you are so obliged, then feel free to drop in the comments below on this video any comments or any questions that you have that you'd like me to answer in that Q&A, so feel free to do that in this video, drop it down below. Let's get into the video. Hello, and welcome back to another ASMR video. So today, you might be able to tell already, but I'm going to be eating some pizza with some ketchup there. That looks definitely very appetizing. Drizzled on top of some balsamic vinegar, or whatever it's called. I actually don't know if it's balsamic vinegar. I can't remember the thicker, more syrupy vinegar. Because I just love that extra kick on there. It's pepperoni, and just thought we might chat a little bit today, so let's just get straight into it. Got some Coke as well. Delicious. I'm not really a big fan of pepperoni pizza. I find it so hit or miss. It's okay. It's not that good, to be honest, but I'll eat it. Must have put myself through this pain. I thought we'd do a video just having a chat, maybe thought I'd talk about some music that I like. So, I think I've talked about it in other videos, and I definitely answered it in my Q&A. If you want to go check that out, you can. So, I think it's under actually I don't know what playlist it would be on, but it's a Q&A that is KFC video, I believe it was. Anyway, in that video, I mentioned that my music taste it varies quite a lot. Generally speaking, my favourite kind of music is like rock, metal, those sort of genres. But I'm impartial to certain more like pop artists. Generally only if they're like slightly alternative, or if they have or like maybe one-off songs. That is, except for things like mostly from the 80s or that sort of time period. But I also love musicals and stuff. But just like a drama kid, theatre kid, kind of a given. My Spotify Wrapped even is a bit of a mess, twofold, for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's made up mostly of game music, because I listen to that when I'm working, or like preparing, like doing writing for my work, or using it for games, is what it used to be. But in addition to that, oh my god, why did my train of thought go up? In addition to that, music, which is like country, I guess, but country feels like it's like very close to rock in my opinion. So I do enjoy those sort of genres. So let's talk about some artists because it's already 5 minutes and I haven't said shit. So, I've got my Spotify up to help me here. But, I'm going to just stick to like, if I'm going to do musicals, I might do that in a different video. Right now I'm just going to talk about like the sort of bands I listen to and stuff. Against the Current is a band that I listen to. It's like a pop punk band. Paramore-esque. They've had more poppy albums, more rock albums, you know, a mix between. But I heard about them many a moon ago. If anyone remembers on YouTube, when like drilling, when people were like doing mashup videos and like there was a big like music movement on TikTok. Sorry, not on TikTok, on YouTube, and in that movement, like lots of different artists were mixed together, and Chrissy from Against the Current like did one that was like a Heart Attack, the Demi Lovato song, and that's how I first like found them. Really like their albums, pop punk music. So if you like Paramore, you might like them, or like Tonight Alive. I don't really listen to them very much, not because I don't like them, but my ex was a big fan of them, and same goes with like Coldplay. I can't really listen to Coldplay. She was like obsessed with fucking Coldplay, specifically Steve Martin. Oh, Steve Martin, is that his name? No, Steve Martin's the fucking actor. Chris Martin. Very different people. So, yeah. What else? I've got Alice Cooper on here. I used to love Alice Cooper. I don't really listen to him, but when I was younger I did. Yeah. I feel like everyone knows like Poison. So that's on here. We've got For a Take on Me. I feel like everyone knows that song as well. Yeah, that's good. I've also got like artists from Cyberpunk 2077 on here because I really liked some of the music in that game. So I've got Alliance and Rubicones as one artist together, like two artists working on the same thing. Friday Night Firefight, which is like one of the staple songs of that game. Got that, the American Rejects, again, more like pop punky. I never used to like male pop punk bands. I don't know, I always used to feel like really cringy listening to them, but in the last like 7-8 years I've been getting way more into like listening to them and enjoying. I don't know why that was the case, but it was. All the Remains, which I don't really listen to. I've got a couple of songs on here. Architects, oh my gosh. I feel like I slept on Architects for such a long time, but yeah, they're really good. I'm not eating the crust, by the way. Not now, anyway. Call me either. It's just a bit dry and kind of tasteless. I'm eating this for nutrition, does. Like they were like pop punk but really, really tame. And then I listened to The Contract, I think it is, which was well, it even tells you when it was added. Or was it added to the list? Oh, maybe not. There it is, it is. Like they started going like more heavier. Like they had some heavier stuff. I haven't listened to them in a while. I should probably check in, see if they still make music. Pardon me. Oh, you're joking me, the music started up. They've started playing their music. They better not increase the volume or I'm going to start in on the ceiling. Because it's like, just a bit beyond a joke. Anyway. I'm not going to complain about them in this video. I always do that and I'm starting to bore myself with it. Never mind what you guys must feel like. One of the big ones, so many songs on here from this band. Asking Alexandria. Now come on. Did you have your emo phase? I did. And I never grew out of it. I've even got songs from that weird period of time that they had that. Other frontman. I don't even really call him a frontman, he was just the vocalist. He didn't really have much charisma out there in front. Yeah. I was so glad when Danny came back to the band. I went to go and see their first tour after he returned. That was a great gig. I think it was Brixton. It was no two. I don't think they play any of the songs from that time either now. It feels like that is the album that they don't want to talk about. And then they came back with I think Into the Fire is the name of the album. Is that the name of the album? I'm not actually sure. Maybe that was that might be the single that they released before the album came out. I don't know. Either way, like they came out with that fucking kick-ass album when they came back, and they've released I think at least one or two more. That was pretty good. Bad Omens. Love me a bit of Bad Omens. I used to listen to Bayside a lot as well. I don't know if anyone listens to that band, but yeah, I used to love Bayside. Very kind of tame pop punk. Got a bit of Black Sabbath. Don't really listen to Black Sabbath, but Paranoid's on here. Blink-182. It's got to be on there, right? It's got to be Bon Jovi. I love me a bit of Bon Jovi. And it's the three songs that you all know that are going to be on there. Bring Me the Horizon is obviously on here. Bring Me might be my favourite band. They always have been, really. Since I started listening to them, they're just immediately my favourite band. Even in that period where I didn't really vibe with the music, was the album before the one they just released a few months ago, question mark. I actually don't remember when it released. Earlier this year. Oh, that is a gross bit of bit. That beat is that was a bit gross. Honestly, I'm feeling a bit sick now anyway, I'm eating too much of it. Also because it did taste very nice. I'm going to keep going with the video though unless they get too loud that I can't make any more content. It's a bit annoying sometimes, but it is what it is. Yeah, I've got so much Bring Me on here. So much. I'm scrolling down, it's still on there. All these different albums. Oh my god, there's so much on here. Bullet for My Valentine, Tears Don't Fall, and Ashes of the Innocent, two of the big ones. A bit of Bury Tomorrow. Oh, here's an artist you may not have heard of. Her name is Katie. Katie, I don't know if that's how she prefer it. About 72,000 listeners. And she is like Irish, does pop punk. And she came out with a couple of new singles. But yeah, she's pretty good. Honestly, I actually quite like her. Very pop punk, but a solo artist. I'm only on C's. I've got lots of Coldplay on here because Coldplay really. I'm really going through the ones that I quite like. By the way, I've got The Cure, Boys Don't Cry. I love that song. The Darkness, Dance Gavin Dance, of course, because that is good. A Day to Remember, a few of those songs on there. David Bowie, of course. My mum loved David Bowie. Absolutely loved him. And she was really into like old pop and rock, and like very light metal, I would say. Got some Disturbed. I like Disturbed. Everyone knows the most people know it. I would say kind of a similar band to like Korn is Dope. Ish, I guess. Maybe not all that similar, but similar enough. Man on Fire is the name of this song by Edward Sharpe and what they called the Magnetic Zeros. I actually saw, he's the one that does Home, and you might have heard Somewhere in Home. I saw them at the Green Man Festival long before. This sounds like one of those things of like gatekeep. I'm not like a big listener of their music, but I like the songs. But they were at the Green Man Festival long before like you see them in all these ads now. But yeah, before that I'd seen them there. What else? A bit of Eminem, of course. Enter Shikari. I don't really listen to Enter Shikari. It's not really my vibe. I don't really fuck with them, if I'm honest. Evanescence is on there, obviously, as is Fall Out Boy, of course. I feel like a band that you may not have heard of is The First, a song called Love, Regret, Forgive, Forget. Really good one. Fleetwood Mac is on there, of course. I love a bit of Fleetwood Mac. Katie loves Fleetwood Mac. Foo Fighters, again, one of my top bands. I saw them in Wembley, and which is like a big stadium in London, and it's usually used for football. But I was right at the back, right up in the seats, and despite that, like, Dave Grohl has just such like a presence to draw you in. Like, it's one of the best gigs I've been to. He's incredible. He is incredible. This is a video to it. What the heck? This is Stacey's Mum by Fountain of Wayne. What else have we got? Future Idiots, Brains All Gone. I thought that was a different band that did that song, but fair enough. Green Day, of course. Another band you might like you might never have heard of them. Again, I think they're an Irish band called Grey Wind. Maybe they're not, but I'm pretty sure they're an Irish band. Grey Wind. They're like emo music. Very good band. Guns N' Roses, of course. What else? So there's like a kid who's like incredible. I saw her on TikTok actually. I don't know how old this girl is. I think she might be 12 or 13, but she has like the most like insane metal voice. Her name is Harper. And if you want to search who that is, you type in like Falling Harper, and it's like growl sort of like death metal. Really good. I've got Harry Styles on here because I love a bit of Harry Styles. I think he's just got a great mix of like different things. Like, I particularly like Kiwi is one of the songs I've got on here. Oh my god, this is going to be like such a niche one, but I've got I'm a Believer by Hot Dad. So if you know that song, I'm a Believer, Hours is basically where every scene is animated by a different person. And I've got that on here because I love that song. I Prevail, a bit of Iron Maiden. Again, I'm not a big Iron Maiden fan. I just kind of have them on there because, you know, it's Iron Maiden. Sometimes I'm in the mood for it. A lot of like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I want to say thrash metal, but I don't think that really would be accurate, would it? But like that sort of metal, I'm not a big fan on. Things like AC/DC as well, I like them, but it's not the sort of band that I would sit and listen to. Really, like, not necessarily out of choice, but like, I don't know, it's not my go-to. Got a lot of Korn on here, I love Korn. We've got Led Zeppelin, a bit of Led Zeppelin, of course, Linkin Park. Linkin Park is one of my favourite bands as well, I just love Linkin Park, man. That beautiful, like, new metal sound. Brilliant. Talking of Park bands, if you've ever heard of this band, you may have done from, like, ads on probably TikTok. It's Magnolia Park. They're like a real, like I guess, like, I don't really know the word to really describe it, but like they're metal, really, like they're very Bring Me, or like Linkin, maybe not necessarily Linkin Park, but yeah, they're just good. Marmosets is more like punk music. I like them. They have like some, you've probably heard of, what's the one that I feel like people have heard of, is like Hit the Wave. I think it's the one that they, like a lot of people know, are Born Young and Free maybe, but they have a lot of other songs that are very good. Memphis Mayfire, I love Memphis Mayfire. Mayday Parade, got a bit of Milk Teeth, which is like, they have like a real change in their style, but yeah, Milk Teeth have like, a good like sort of heavy punk sound to them. Mumford and Sons is another one of my gatekeep bands. I saw them at Green Man. They didn't even headline. They weren't even on the main stage when I saw them at Green Man Festival, and yeah, they were really good. And I kind of feel that way about Mumford and Sons, that most like people that like gatekeep bands, I don't actually gatekeep them, but I do feel like that sort of like, oh yeah, I was listening to them before they were famous. My Chemical Romance is on here, of course. Neck Deep, both like really, really great sort of like emo or pop punk bands. Nirvana, look, Nirvana are always going to be on here, of course. I love Nirvana. Oh my god, big Nirvana fan. Love Nirvana. I need to get more like, I feel like going through this list makes me want to go and buy posters again and put them up on my wall like I did as a teenager. What I've got on here is Night Divides. If you've ever heard of the Night Divides, Night Divides is like a guy and his daughter doing music. I can't remember what band the guy's from, but he's from a really popular band, and it's him and his daughter doing like covers and their own original, I think. But yeah, we've got that. Of Mice and Men, another like really great sort of like heavy metal band. I've got a bit of Pale Waves, which I don't know how to like describe Pale Waves. They're sort of like alt rock, but like they're really sort of like the what's the band called, like the 1975? No, I don't remember what they're called. I can't remember what their name is. I've got some Panic at the Disco, which I don't know, I don't fuck with Panic anymore. I like some of the original stuff, but I don't like him very much. Got a bit of Papa Roach, of course. Paramore are going to be on here. I mentioned Paramore earlier on. Lots and lots of Paramore all through their time. Another one of my favourite bands. A bit of Pearl Jam, a bit of Pierce the Veil, a bit of Pixies. I really love Where Is My Mind by the Pixies. That's one of my favourite songs, which is entirely down to Fight Club. I'll be honest. That's where it comes from. Pretty Reckless. I only have one Pretty Reckless song on here, interestingly. But I do like the Pretty Reckless and a variety of their music. The Proclaimers. I'm gonna be 500 miles. Come on. It's got to be on there. I've got some Queen. Quite a lot of Queen. What else? Radiohead. Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, I love both of those. I feel like Rage Against the Machine is one of the only sort of like punk / rap bands that I really like. I've got some Red Hot Chili Peppers here as well. I'm on and off with Red Hot Chili Peppers. Sometimes I just cannot stand their music. Other times I'm in the mood for it. What else have we got? A lot of these are like random things. I've got the Sigrid and Bring Me song. I guess that must have been a Sigrid song. Interesting. I thought that was one that Bring Me did with her, not the other way around. Or maybe it's just the way that the artists are on there. Anyway. What else? Sleeping with Sirens. I never fuck with Sleeping with Sirens, but again, like the last 8, not even 8, like maybe 5 or 6 years, I've just started going like, okay, I'm kind of into these guys now. Slipknot. Lots of Slipknot. I love Slipknot. Again, one of my favourite bands. Just like really heavy shit. I'm a big fan of heavy metal. Some Smash Mouth. Guess what song that is? Some Soft Cell. Guess what song that is? Spirit Box, which I don't really remember how I got them on that list. I think it was like a random song. Like when you get to the end of your Spotify playlist and it like starts playing random music. I think it did that. But then on there I've got Glory Hole by Steel Panther, which is on there kind of as a meme. Sum 41. System of a Down. I do like System of a Down. I've got some Dash on here, which is like a British artist, like kind of punk. What else? Tenacious D, of course. Gotta have that. Oh, one of my favourite collabs of all time is Wither, which is Tech 9 and Corey Taylor. I don't listen to Tech 9. I don't really listen to a lot of rap. I've been trying to get into like rap and some more of that sort of like 90s, 2000s R&B and rap. I'm trying to get into it a little bit more, listening to a lot of Snoop Dogg. But yeah, I don't really listen to rap very often, but I enjoyed that one with Corey Taylor. 30 Seconds to Mars. Look, Jared Leto is an individual. He is alive. He exists. He has a band, and the music I enjoy. As unfortunate as that might be, Thought Castle, 1000 Below, some other good bands. 3 Days Grace, I like. Tonight Alive, as I mentioned before. What else? I need to scroll down. Oh my gosh, my Spotify's been weird. Stop. What's happening? I can't. Okay, I've opened. I don't want to search. Okay. There we go. And there was a thing that opened up, and I couldn't get back to the list. So I've got some Twin Atlantic. I really like Twin Atlantic. I think they broke up, and then I think they have also just recently got back together. I don't know, but yeah, I like Twin Atlantic. They're sort of like a Scottish band. Twisted Sister. Very good. Now, if you like single artists, there's an emo artist named TX2. Very, very good. Really, really great music. Yeah, you should check that out. I've got Promise by Voyager, which which was on the Eurovision. I don't know if most of you, again, are not from even Europe, and much less from the UK. Oh my gosh, hiccups. That pizza is not agreeing with me. Yeah, so like, I know that Eurovision may not be something you watch, but yeah, that was a band on there. Vukovi, VUKOVI, is another great band. I've got a band called Wargasm. Did a song called Venom, really liked. What else have we got? We Are Harlem, which is the rock band that Yanni Warnsnop was in before he rejoined. Asking with Alexandria. What else? Weezer. I've also got some Willow on here because Willow's done a few great songs that I really, really like. Even though, you know, that family has a lot of weird stuff going on, but there we go. Youngblood and UMX6, you know, kind of emo and like a bit of sort of alt rock, I guess. So that actually brings us to the end of the list. All the bands I have on my main music playlist. There's probably lots of others that I listen to that I haven't really thought about mentioning, but that is like the kind of the music that I listen to. If you have any recommendations, please let me know. Drop a comment, tell me what you've got in mind, and I'll be happy to listen to it. If you enjoyed this video,